Most paranormal stories are easy to dismiss because there's nothing left behind. But tonight's stories are different. They involve recordings no one remembers making, messages no one remembers sending, and moments where something didn't just appear, it left proof. And once something leaves evidence, you can't pretend it didn't happen. You know, seeing something strange is unsettling, but evidence is different. Evidence doesn't care what you believe. It just doesn't disappear because you want it to. Tonight's stories all have one thing in common. Something was recorded, something was captured, something was left behind. And the people who lived through it were never able to explain how. To all the spirits watching tonight, welcome. I'm your host, Tim Rose. This is #Paranormal.
Hi, Tim. My name's Emily. I'm calling from Fort Collins. I work in a small office. There are only 4 of us, and we don't have a night shift. One morning, I came in early and noticed an audio file saved on our shared computer. It didn't have a name, just a timestamp from the night before. I assumed someone accidentally recorded something. When I played it, there was static at first, and then a man's voice. Calm, slow. He said, "She's still here." After that, I heard something being dragged across the floor. Slow, heavy, like it had weight. I asked everyone later who recorded it. No one knew what I was talking about. We checked the computer logs. The file was created at 11:38 p.m. No one was in the building. The next day, the file was gone, completely gone. But sometimes, when I'm alone in the office late, I still hear that dragging sound, even when the computers are off.
Emily, that voice didn't sound at all surprised. It sounded almost informed. And when evidence disappears, but the experience continues, that's when I stop asking what happened and start asking why. What makes recordings like that unsettling isn't just the sound. It's the idea that something knew it was being captured and it just didn't care.
Hey Tim, this is Marcus from Macon. I started noticing something in my hallway late at night. Not a shape, just movement. When I turned the lights on, it wasn't there. When I turned them off, it came back, slowly, like it needed the dark to exist. One night, I stood there holding the light switch. I flipped it off and watched the shadow stretch across the wall. When I turned the lights back on, it was gone. Now I sleep with every light on in the house, and even then, I still feel like something is standing just out of sight.
Marcus, that's not hiding, that's waiting. Darkness doesn't just create fear, it gives things somewhere to stand.
Hey Tim, this is Tyler from Tempe. My best friend stopped talking to me out of nowhere. When I finally asked why, he showed me screenshots, messages from my number, long messages, angry, threatening. I never sent them. The timestamps were from when I was asleep. I checked my phone records, nothing showed up, but the messages were real. One of them ended with the words, "You should have listened." I changed my phone, changed my number, changed everything, but sometimes when I open my messages, my phone is already typing.
Oh man, Tyler, when something uses your voice, that's not coincidence, that's intrusion.
Hi Tim, my name's Sarah. I'm calling from Altoona. Every night the doors in our house would lock themselves. Deadbolts, chain locks. My parents said it was old hardware, but one night during a storm the power went out, and we heard every lock engage, one by one. My dad tried the front door, locked. The back door, locked, even the basement. We stayed in the living room until morning. The next day, every door was unlocked. That house was sold years ago. but I still dream about being inside and not being able to leave.
Sarah, that's not just subtle, that's control. You know, the scariest part of stories like these isn't just what people saw, it's what was left behind. A recording, a message, a locked door. Evidence doesn't just fade with time, and it doesn't care if we're ready for it. If you've experienced something that left proof, something recorded, something captured, or something you just can't explain, reach out. Your story matters. Until next time, stay aware, stay curious. Good night.